Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And today we are back with some more career mode, only this time we have picked up a new aircraft. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, please consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future updates and future guides that will be coming down the road. Link to Patreon can be found in the description below. Okay, guys, so as I said, we have finally purchased a new aircraft. We are going to be rolling the TBM 930 $2 million loan to grab this aircraft, but it's time to truly have some fun. Right now, we're sitting at Los Angeles where we purchased the aircraft, and now we must do a qualifying flight for it. Now, real quick, I know a lot of you were expecting this to be in live stream, as I stated that NeoFly was going to be moving to the live stream. However, there are some developments happening with Twitch and YouTube both, so I'm sort of sitting tight on the live stream deciding which direction I want to go with that. And in the meantime, I figured, you know what? Why are we not doing any career flights? That is half the fun of these. And so here we are today. So as I said, today we're going to pull up NeoFly here. We are doing a qualification flight. You can see qualifying C. And we need to complete this correctly in order to be able to use the TBM 930 for NeoFly. So we're going to do a connect and fly.
Transporter, you must complete this mission to be allowed to use this category of aircraft in our company. First step, start your engines according to the aircraft procedure.
All right. So first step, start engines. And you have to do it manually. All right, doors closed. Make sure they're locked. Let's come upstairs, do a pre-flight. All right, so all lights, external lights are off as necessary. We're gonna go ahead and turn the nav, switch the nav lights to on here in just a minute. Actually, let's leave those down for a minute. It's complete. I don't want to get ahead of things. Crash bar is down, batteries off, generators off, starter is off, ignition should be set to the off position, auxiliary boost pumps are off, fuel selection should be set to manual, autopilot trim system should be off, emergency locator transmitter set to armed, and oxygen should be off as well. Moving down to the forward panel here, air conditioning system should be off for engine start. All anti-ice and inertial separators are off. Parking brake is set. Landing gear handles down. Hot airflow will need to be at the floorboard for engine start. Pressurization set to off. Manual override disabled. Fullest fuel tank selected for engine start. Throttle is in the cutoff position. Flaps are retracted. Alternate static air source pushed in and closed, and all circuit breakers are secured. Go ahead and come back upstairs. We're going to lift the crash bar up, go battery on. At this point, we will turn the nav lights on. Step downstairs again, clear the master caution, turn on the MFD. Landing gear lights, verify that all three green are illuminated. Do a quick lights test of the landing gear light system. Do a check down. 3 flashing green indicates the landing gear is truly down and locked. And other than that, we are ready for our engine start. We can go ahead and set some of our ATIS information. We're just going to set our barometric pressure, lock that in so we don't have to worry about it. Simulating, we got our transponder information. We're going to move down to nav comms. Go to audios and radios. Nope, no, I'm not. I don't know why I am doing this. How about we just go to the transponder code? And we are going to be flying VFR today as it's just a qualification flight. So we'll leave that in standby and verify everything is set. Go to the enter or back to our main menu here, MFD, there we go. And now we'll step back upstairs and complete the engine start process. So batteries on, gens on. So at this point, we're going to go to the ignition, should be set to the on position, auxiliary boost pumps to the on position, and give that starter a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Step on downstairs, monitor your NG, looking for 13% on the NG. There's 13%, moving that throttle into the low idle position.
Running. Taxi to the runway. Don't exceed 25 knots while taxiing.
Looking for 53% now, and we'll move it into flight idle and high idle, or high idle, then flight idle. There we go. Throttle up to high idle. Torque rising. Inlet temperature rising. Should stabilize shortly. Alright. And now moving over into flight idle. I feel like the prop is running much louder than it should. It's very interesting. We are using the TBM 930 improvement mod. There she goes. That was weird. Alright, well, now that we got that squared away, thought we were having a problem there for a minute. I just restarted spad.next and everything worked fine. So ignition goes into the auto position, auxiliary boost pumps back to auto, fuel selection to auto, autopilot trim systems turn to the on position, oxygen, yes, gets turned on according to the TBM 930 handbook at engine start. So I imagine it has some sort of automated system that actually enables it. Taxi light can come to the on position. Pressurization, we're going to set that to auto. Inertial separator gets turned on before taxi. And according... Oh, that's why it's so loud. I didn't even realize the cargo door was open. I don't think it's ever been open before. Huh. When did that open up? I'll be damned. Oops. Must have missed that. What is it? No, I don't want the pushback. Stop it. No. Give me a second. Stop. Get away from me. I don't need you. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on some... Oh, that's the inertial separator. Let's get our pitot heats turned on. There we go, to clear those guys. Want to do some PFD settings. There we go. Helps if I hit the right button. Where is my... Oh, there we go. Wind. Option 3 is selected. Good. Alright, let's find some MEDAR information here. LAX. 240411, so we'll be departing from runway 24 right. Which is nice and easy to get to, which works out for us. Okay, now you guys might notice some goofy behavior with the flying today. Many of my equipment, flight equipment, is actually off the desk as we are getting ready to put together our home-built cockpit. So Track IR is currently sitting on the floor next to me, as well as many other things. Oh, we were in reverse thrust. That's funny. So my rudder pedals, with my one complaint probably about the TPRs is they suck at sticking to the floor. They do not stick to the floor for crap. So trying to monitor my ground speed down there. If we get above 25 knots, we're in trouble. Anyway, they as I said, very, very terrible at sticking to the floor. So they slide. So if you guys catch me doing some goofy things that normal rudder input would correct, chances are I am chasing them with my feet. It's kind of a pain in the butt right now, not gonna lie. Nice thing is our runway is nice and close.
Align with the runway and take off.
Ooh, see? Align with the runway and take off. All right, let's go ahead and set flaps 1. 2.5 right, sorry, not 2.4 right. Yeah, see, I'm already chasing the damn rudder pedal. It literally slides like instantly. They're terrible for cargo. Gosh, they drive me crazy. And I had it on a big piece of plywood. All right. I want to make sure we're not in reverse thrust. Re-verify our barometric pressure. Looks like we're good to go. Expand out a little bit. We can turn our AC back on. It's getting hot in here already. All right, and I'm just going to align the heading mode. Make sure in case we have to move into that. Let's go ahead and arm the heading mode if I need to. And other than that, I think we're good to go. One last quick check. Flaps are set, blah, blah, blah. All right, we're on our way. Based on our current weight, 75 knots should be about rotation. Picked right up.
We are now in the air. Remember that here at NeoFly, we have to take care of our cargo and passengers. Don't bank or pitch too much for the entire flight. Now, climb to 1,000 feet AGL.
Alright, new instructions. Climb to 1,000 feet above ground level. Monitoring our radar altimeter there to the left of the altitude tape. Should be right around 1,033 feet, somewhere around there on the barometric.
Now do a U-turn. Remember to watch your bank angle.
Bumpy today. Pull some of that torque back. I wish I had my track IR. Should have bit the bullet and just plugged it in, but I was trying to adjust the volume for you guys. Busted my altitude. Almost flying the reciprocal. Man, it is bumpy out here today. Holy crap, that one wasn't me. Gotta keep the inertial separator on because of altitude. Although we can turn the yaw damper on, though we're probably gonna have to turn it back off here in a minute for landing.
We are now in the air. Remember that here at NeoFly, we have to take care of our cargo and passengers. Don't bank or pitch too much for the entire flight. Now, climb to 3,000 feet AGL.
I don't know what they mean by too much, so I'm staying under 10 degrees.
Now, fly a complete circle and maintain the exact same altitude.
Ah, this should be interesting. It's a bumpy day. All right. Having to do a full 360 turn without deviating from altitude. Ah, I'm deviating. Got the 180 done. like uber focused right now. You would think that it would have us go a bit further out or just directly over the runway, but you know, especially one like LAX, all the tower is just furious right now. Luckily, we're doing about 200 knots at 3,000, but let's get down a little bit. They could probably pull some of that power off. Ooh, didn't take that into consideration. A bit, come on. Almost on 360. This is actually harder than you think when you're like uber focused on it like this. And it's only because they said exact. So like I'm super paranoid. They said exact altitude. So I'm like really worried that these little deviations are going to get me in trouble. Coming up on the 360.
Now go back to the departure airport, align with the runway, and do a touch and go. A landing vertical speed of more than minus 400 feet per minute will not allow you to pass the qualification.
Ooh, landing speed less than 400 feet per minute. Alrighty. Alright, flaps 1 coming in. Power way back here. Descending a bit before we turn around. I don't think I've ever done a touch and go in the TBM, to be honest with you. Let's turn that yaw damper back off. Gear coming down. Whoa. Easy, baby. It is windy as heck. Doesn't seem like it should be this much. We're going to be coming in at about 45-degree angle here. So I'm going to try to get us back on. That's why I said, like, it's kind of weird that it had us do this qualification way over here or right over the runway. Sort of threw everything off for me. It is bumpy. Look at this. We're just getting kicked all around. I think I'm seeing anywhere from 10 to 11 knot crosswind, which I guess isn't crazy, but it just seems to be pounding the aircraft a bit more than it normally does. Should we verify barometric pressure? Easy, girl. What was that about? It's gonna be the gust. All right, again, ATC is absolutely hating us right now. Crossing over 24 left into their direction of traffic. 45-degree angle approach within 3 miles of the runway. Full flaps loaded in. Power coming back. Inertial separator already on. A little high on the approach. Really pulling that power off now. for 85 knots on the approach. Still got quite a bit to descend. This is actually a good time to do this approach. This is very challenging. Still high. Very high. Very, very high. It's a bit better. There we go. Alright, according to this, we're on the Pappies, more or less. Aiming for our touchdown zone. Full flaps, gears down. Prop coming back. Still looking for 85. We're going to get it right about the time that we get to where we need to be. Watching that descent rate. Come on, Croak. I need you to get out of the damn sky. Alright, watching that vertical speed. Watching that. 400 feet per minute, man. I don't land on that. Dude, she still wants to fly. Come on, girl. Get down. There you go. Not the way I would normally do it. Flaps 1. Back to full power.
Well done. You can now fly a traffic pattern and do your final landing.
Alright, so we're just going to go up to 1,500 feet. Gear coming up. Flaps are coming up. I actually think we're just going to go to 1,000 feet. Keep it nice and shallow. We'll be ready for full stop. Trying to maintain runway heading here. This wind really is kicking the crap. Yeah, see? Good old gusts. Man, come home. Alright, there's about 1,000 feet. Let's go ahead and rotate. Pull power back. No, put your nose down. Gosh, we are just getting pounded over here. This is fun though. It's fun trying to manage the aircraft with this kind of weather. Like, we are still descending. I need to get that nose up. Come on. Come on. And again, if the damn track IR was plugged in, I really should have done that. If I had the track IR plugged in, I'd be able to get a better idea of my bearings here. Trying to maintain that 30-degree bank. Looking for the reciprocal here. Almost on it. Ooh, and kicked right at the last minute there. Damn, man. Dude, we are just getting beat. This is intense. Come on. Come on. Stay with me. Nope, we are climbing. Come on. Let's pull that power back. Damn, man. Tailwind is just beating the hell out of it. Like, this is not me. Like, we are just literally getting kicked around now. Come on, settle down, settle down. 130 knots, flaps 1. There we go. It's helping a little bit. Mercy. There's 2.5 left right there off our 10 o'clock there. So we got a few more to go here. I'm going to start an early approach. Deer coming down. We're going to turn it tight. Extend out a little bit longer. Get past this white top neighborhood here. Commercial area, whatever this is. Those is like commercial buildings. Going to full flaps. Get that nose up to compensate. Oh, she already was compensating. Nice tight turn onto base, straight into final. All goes well. Start descending. Taking power almost idle. Actually, we are just about on idle. Got some coordination with the rudder there. Come on, darling, keep it coming. Keep it coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Whoop. Adding power in.
500.
Oh no. That was the wrong freaking airport, that's why. I didn't think we got that far out. Gosh dang, man, come on. Oh, that was terrible. See, yeah, don't try to do that kind of stuff without track IR, guys. Gotta be able to know where you're at. I thought I was going to be able to maintain that a bit better by just sort of maintaining the bank, but clearly had no idea of where I was distance-wise. So we are absolutely going to just decide to make ATC mad again. Gosh, this wind is brutal. Dude, we are nose down and still in lift. That was a terrible pattern. I just completely lost all relationship to where I was. That sucked. I thought those runway lights were LAX. I thought we were seeing the tail end of 25 right there. We were not. So come on, continue the descent. Come on. We got this. It's going to be better this time. Settle in, darling. Settle in. Approach speed back up. Looking for the numbers on this one, we'll see. That's what I'm aiming for. Come on in, come on in, come on.
Well done. Now taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
10-foot stop with that reverse prop. Alright. Bring the flaps up as we're coming around the corner here. Making sure we watch that taxi speed so we don't get in trouble. Come on, come on. clear the runway. And we'll secure the landing lights. Alright, there we go. Strobe lights off. Landing lights off. Alright, let's go ahead and get on over to the parking. As the lady instructed. Watching that taxi speed. Really paranoid about the taxi speed. I've had this happen to me once before when I qualified for the Mooney, I think it was. Maybe it was the Mooney. Maybe it was a previous career. I can't remember what it was, but I remember I'd gone up, did the, you know, the loop-de-loop like we just did, the touch and go, the pattern work. My pattern work was a lot better because I was actually paying attention to where the airport was. It's crazy how much that helps. And then I get, you know, she tells me to park to, you know, go to parking, and all common sense that I was qualifying went right out the window. And found myself taxiing at like 30 knots and failed the mission. Had to do it all over again. I was like, damn it. Which, and you know, obviously I was frustrated at the time, but, you know, it makes perfect sense. It's a good thing. It's what you want them to do. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I think we're just going to park it right over here. It's going to be nice being able to use the TBM for this, though. We're going to be able to fly farther. We're going to get cross distance quite a bit better. Get around significantly faster. Be able to fly the IFR flights if we want. I'm still going to keep the legs shorter, I think, though. I kind of liked it. I really saw some really cool airports. Okay, so parking brake set. Clear the master caution. Pitot install heaters off, inertial separators off. Bring the idle over into flight idle. And, oop. Low idle. Let it feather down. While that's happening, taxi light can come off. Full slide strobe lights, make sure that all those are off. Good, 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 good. Oxygen can now get turned off. Autopilot trim system's turned off. Throttle down to cutoff.
You passed your qualification. Have a nice day.
Boom. And that is it. Oh, we even got some music. How about that? Even got some music. Alright, everything down here is secured. Pressurization switch can now go to the off position. Check, 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 check. Landing gear handle down secure. Parking brake set. Manual override. Flaps retracted. Blah, blah. Alright, air conditioner. We'll turn that off for our next start. And coming back up top, fuel selection goes back to manual for the next engine start. Auxiliary boost pumps to off. Ignition goes to off. Lights get turned off as well. And finally, the crash bar comes down, and we have a quiet aircraft. Let's open the door. And I thank you all for flying with us today and joining me on this qualification flight with the TBM 930. Even though that was a little bit of chaos there, it was still fun. And I really do recommend that you guys give NeoFly a shot. If you haven't yet, it is completely free. Just find it at neofly.net. However, there are some add-on purchases that you can grab that enhance the simulation even more, which I absolutely recommend. It's a fantastic application. If you join their Discord, you can get access to the NeoFly version 4 beta, which is definitely coming a long way. Still has a couple issues here and there that people have been reporting, but the developer seems to be working really well on resolving them. As always, guys, stay safe and healthy. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you soon.